Hey sports fans, and welcome to the Cavalier Sports Report. I am your host Shawn Simpson, and joining me today from our Cavaliers baseball team is head coach Kent Shelley. Coach Shelley, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me today, Shawn.
So Coach, you guys are off to a fantastic start this year. So what is going on out there?
Well, the kids are playing really well right now for the month of February, but I believe it all started back in August when kids reported their work ethic, their ability to pay attention to the detail, and then this spring it's been the execution. We've been really good on the mound. We've had a couple of hiccups and some relief appearances, but really been proud of the way we've competed on the mound. Offensively, we're coming on. I still think we have a lot more left in the tank offensively, and we don't expect to be at our very best right now, but we're really starting to execute offensively and put up some runs. And then really proud of the defense for the most part. I think we're fielding at about a 950 clip. So that'll get better as the year goes on. But kids are playing with a lot of passion, a lot of focus. Just really pleased at this point in time where we're at, but we also realize we've got a lot to work on.
Now you've got a pretty young team. You brought in a lot of, or graduated out a lot of sophomores last year. So tell me a little bit about what it is that you look for when you're bringing in these young high school kids to develop them into competitive collegiate ball players.
Well, as you mentioned, we have a lot of new faces this year. We only returned 9 players and 4 starters from last year's club that wins 49 games. So we had a lot of voids in the lineup and brought in some transfers, some D1, some JUCO transfers that have filled in very nicely and has fit the system very well. But when we're out recruiting, it starts with passion. A kid has to have passion to excel at the highest level, both academically as well as athletically. They have to be coachable. We're not looking for someone that has all the answers to the game. We want people to come in with a great work ethic, fierce competitors, and most of all, just great ambassadors, not only of our program, but of the college and the community. And we've been fairly successful identifying those types of kids for the past 10, 12, 13 years. We've been blessed.
Now, we're in a pretty big hotbed of youth baseball right here in the Midwest with just lots and lots of kids able to play at a very high competitive level. What do you think about this youth baseball player manufacturing that happens around here in this area?
Well, that particular level of baseball has certainly changed over the last 15, 18 years. The introduction of the select team, the travel team, the baseball academies that are popping up around the city. So youth today certainly have a lot more opportunities than certainly back in the day when I was coming up through youth baseball. So the options are there. I think one of the things with all these options, I'm a firm believer in playing multiple sports growing up. I also am a firm believer that you have to take some time off. You have to take some time off somewhere throughout the year to rest the body, to heal the body, and to just continue to grow physically. That's the biggest thing right now we're seeing. I talked to our basketball coach the other day, and he's seeing 40-year-old knees come in out of high school of these kids. And again, I think it's this year-round competition and not taking the proper time off. But we have a very strong youth program here in the metropolitan area, and our kids benefit from that.
Coach, you mentioned back when you were playing youth baseball and everything, and I want to ask you, at what point in your life and your career did you know you wanted to be a baseball coach?
Well, baseball's been my entire life. I started playing the game when I was 5 years old, and it's just something when you get it in your blood, I don't think it ever leaves. I graduated from University of Kansas after finishing my eligibility. I coached 1 year at Kansas and received my bachelor's degree, and then I went out in the real world. And I think it was that real world experience, that year and a half I was out there doing a couple different things that I think I really came to grips with I wanted to be a baseball coach. So I got an opportunity to start here 31 years ago as Sonny Maynard's assistant coach, and was very fortunate and blessed to be able to take over the program a year later. So I think that world experience and punching a clock just wasn't quite for me at that point in time.
So you talk about your team and coming in and the chemistry that your players are able to put together, and we hear a lot about that with the Royals. Have you found, or do you think you will find, that the success that the Kansas City Royals have had is going to translate down to the Cavaliers level and even further down into the youth baseball level?
Oh, I think we've already seen the benefits of having a winning team in the city. You know, you take a look at the last couple of years that the Royals have really turned the corner. You take a look at the attendance at the Royals games, and you're seeing more and more younger kids. And that's exciting. You see it at the high school level. You see it throughout the entire city, and I'm just really, really proud of what Dayton and JJ and Mike and Lonnie and all those front office people and the staff and the coaches, what they're doing for the city. They took a lot of arrows early on, but they stayed the course. They stayed true to what they set out to do in the last 2 years, and certainly last year with the World Championship. They reaped the benefits of that, and I'm very happy for the city. Kansas City's always been a tremendous baseball town, and whenever you have success at that level, there's no doubt it's going to trickle down and affect all of us. And we're excited. We're excited. I think it's 34 days. We throw the first pitch in the home opener, and we're excited to see what the boys of blue have in store this year.
Well, we're excited to see what the Cavaliers have in store for us. So, Coach, 12-0 through February, and we're excited to see what the rest of the season holds, and excited to see what just everything holds. Can't wait to see you guys out on the field some more. So thank you for being here, and
thank you.
Good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
All right, on behalf of the whole JCAV team, I'd like to thank our guest, Coach Kent Shelley, for being here. I'm Shawn Simpson, and this has been your Cavalier Sports Report.